The Cardsharps by Caravaggio. Look closely at this painting. 3 figures, a card game, a patterned tablecloth. At first glance, it seems like a casual scene, young men passing an evening at cards. But something is very wrong here, and Caravaggio wants you to feel it before you can name it. This is The Cardsharps, painted around 1594 by Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio. It is one of the most psychologically charged paintings of the Italian Baroque, and it made a 22-year-old artist famous almost overnight. The artist's life. Caravaggio was born in Milan in 1571. His early life was shaped by plague, poverty, and loss. He lost both his father and grandfather to the great Milanese epidemic of 1577 when he was just 5 years old. He trained under the painter Simone Peterzano, absorbing the Lombard tradition of naturalism before moving to Rome as a young man with almost nothing to his name. Rome in the 1590s was a city hungry for art. Cardinal Francesco Maria del Monte, a powerful and sophisticated patron, took Caravaggio under his wing around 1595. It was in this environment of courtly patronage and street-level Roman life that Caravaggio developed his signature style. Raw, confrontational, and lit as if by a single torch in a dark room. He was also, by all accounts, a deeply difficult man. Throughout his career, he was embroiled in brawls, legal disputes, and scandal. In 1606, he killed a man in a street fight, possibly over a bet, and spent the rest of his life fleeing justice across Naples, Malta, and Sicily. He died in 1610 at just 38 years old on a beach in Porto Ercole, under circumstances that remain disputed to this day. But before all of that, there was this painting. The Cardsharps depicts a scene of elaborate deception. On the left sits a well-dressed young man, clearly the victim. His dark velvet doublet and lace cuffs signal wealth, and his face is concentrated, innocent. He is playing cards against the figure on the right, a teenager in a striped doublet, his hat adorned with pink and orange feathers. This boy, the active cheat, holds 2 cards hidden behind his back in his left hand. His eyes dart sideways toward his accomplice. That accomplice, the older man in the center background, wears a torn glove on his right hand, a detail scholars believe may signal his underworld status. He is peering over the victim's shoulder, reading his cards, and with a raised finger he signals their content to the young cheater in a kind of silent criminal language. Caravaggio freezes the moment just before the cheat. The extra cards have not yet been played. The crime is about to happen, and we, the viewers, are complicit. We can see everything, and we do nothing. Light, texture, and moral drama. What makes this painting revolutionary is not its subject matter. Card-sharping scenes existed in Northern European art, but how Caravaggio paints it. The light falls from the upper left, sculpting the figures with a physical intensity that earlier religious painting reserved for saints and angels. The velvet jacket catches that light with almost tactile presence. The tablecloth, with its worn Turkish pattern, feels touchable. This was something genuinely new. Notice also how Caravaggio organizes moral weight through spatial arrangement. The innocent victim is placed in shadow, slightly apart. The 2 conspirators occupy a shared lit space, united in their scheme. The composition itself tells us who belongs together, and who doesn't know it yet. Legacy and location. Cardinal Del Monte was so taken with this painting that he reportedly kept it for himself after Caravaggio presented it to him. That is perhaps the highest compliment a patron could pay. Today, the Cardsharps hangs in the Kimball Art Museum in Fort Worth, Texas, one of the finest early Caravaggios outside of Italy. Its influence rippled outward for generations. The Utrecht Caravaggists in the Netherlands, Georges de la Tour in France, and countless followers across Europe absorbed its lesson that ordinary people in ordinary situations, lit with extraordinary intensity, could carry the full weight of human drama. Caravaggio painted deception, and he understood it intimately. His art, like his subjects, operated in the space between what is shown and what is hidden. The Cardsharps is a painting about looking carefully, about the cost of naivety, and about how easily trust can be turned against itself. Look at it again. The young man on the left still hasn't noticed a thing.